Here's Jay with you, his race day recap. This morning, I started out in Eminence. Mountain town, I guess you could call it. You know, it's the Ozark Mountains, and so it sits in a valley. It's very, very green out here where these mountains are. It's unlike any area that I've been to before. It's not like the Adirondacks. It's not like the Rockies. It's very lush and green, a lot of big hardwood trees, and the terrain is up and down. As you know, from last night's video, when I rode my bike into the parking lot, there was about 20 people standing there, and there was a dog, and it was a blue heeler, and it came out and attacked me. Naturally, I'm type A warrior spirit kind of guy, but I've learned over time with wisdom, trying to be a better person, be the bigger guy, to not go on the offense unless it's necessary. And at that time, I just didn't see this was necessary. I get up this morning, and I'm on my way out the door. I'm going to take the key back to the office, and these two ladies stop me. And they're chitty-chatty, and we were talking, and they were so nice. And one was a vet, and then I told her what I was doing. She almost started crying, and on and on we go, and we're talking, and they wanted my cards, so I gave them some of the Ride for Widow cards. And they're like, I bet you there's some stuff that's happened to you since you started the race. I said, yeah, just last night, I was coming in this parking lot, and a dog went after me. And they both looked down. Guess who was part of that party? They ended up apologizing. I've got dog training experience, so I talked to them a little bit about how a dog's mind works, and that dog was only doing what was natural, and they're responsible to keep their dog under control at all times. It's not the dog's responsibility. That being said, I got chased again today, not probably 10 miles from here, and he wasn't very fast, but he knows his angles. And the scary ones are the ones that know the angle and then try and cut you off, and that's exactly what he did. He got out in front of my front wheel, and so I had to do some creative bike riding, which I hate doing. Not that I like being chased for dogs, but the easier ones are the ones you can just, outrun. I leave Eminence this morning. Long story short, 3 days in the heat, and then the toughest 25 miles of mountain grades personally I've ever seen. And Western New York's got some pretty steep stuff. That was it for me. I was pretty much cooked by 10:30 or 11. I was still riding, but I had nothing. The elephant. Everybody's asking me that. I've never done any other long-distance racing before other than a 200-mile race in Ohio. I'm very inexperienced at this. It's showing up in my race results. I have given 110%. I can't go any harder. I can't go any faster. The distances that I've done totally bigger than anything I've ever done before. So from that perspective, I'm happy. When are you finishing? I'm thinking it's going to be like around the 13th of July. This far exceeds when I thought I was going to come in. I thought I was going to be able to do this in 25 days, 165 miles a day. That's not a hard date. So, folks, please don't make plans until I get closer. I know I'm just one day at a time, and I will get there. I will get there. If I'm physically able, it's happening. Today's ride is in honor of Tech Sergeant Mark Mirana and his wife, Catherine, on November 15th, 2003. Mark took his own life. You gotta wonder the stress that these guys and gals are under. You see a tough guy like Mark right there getting off, it looks like a 130, and they go through hell and come back, some of them 2, 3, 4 times, and then they've just had enough. Remember my soldiers and pray for their families. If you haven't had a chance and you can give, and if you can't give, I just appreciate you sharing the message to help these women get to life without their heroes. Looking for a better ride tomorrow. Thanks a lot, bye.